Hello, everybody. Can we hear me? Let me see what microphone we're trying to use. Okay, we're good. Alright, so this is The Messenger. I'm playing this on Switch. You can now pick it up on PS4 as well. I'm going to be doing a new game, playing through the first level, and talking about why I like this game and why I think it's worth your time to give it a go if it looks like the kind of thing that you might want to play. Give me 1 second, and we will be off to the races. Okay. And I'm going to put in my name. So when you actually load up the game, there's like a little intro cinematic dealio that plays. That's different than this part. I know this looks like that, but it sets up a little bit of the backstory. Basically, when he mentions the Western hero, so this game takes place in a world that's been attacked by demons centuries ago, and you play as a ninja, and you live in this village, and there's this legend of the Western hero that's going to come and save everybody, and you basically are just waiting around for that day to come at this point. Let me turn down my own volume, so I don't want you to get like extra double game volume here. It used to be fun, now all we do is memorize boring prophecies. Demon army this and magic scroll that, nothing's happened in centuries, why are we still hiding? Oh great, another lecture. Guess I should at least show up this time. That's how I imagine this guy. Just sounding super cocky. So you see he's got like this retro, and he has 8-bit aesthetic. We're on time to try a new course. Show us your cloud step technique. Alright, so this is really cool. So you jump, you use your sword button on that's some kind of lantern thing. And you press jump again, and it gives you an extra jump. And that's kind of like, that is the entire game in a way, and it's actually really cool, the kinds of crazy things that the developers put in here to take advantage of that. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Have you done your reading? Ever the rebel. What's the point? All we do is rot in this hideout anyway. You may see the importance of our ancestors' wisdom is lost on you. Let me assure you that the threat to the demon army is very real, and should they... It's about to get real. They have returned! The Western hero ain't here to save him. Watch out! What's wrong, dude? You are not ready. Let's see who's ready. And we got this giant demon thing. Are you really all they've got? Prepare to die. Oh, here comes our Western hero. Luck is with you this day. I'm not going to try to pronounce the demon's names, sorry. Yes, my king? Keep an eye on this worm. Control blessings, ninja. Minions will make short work of you in the autumn hills. Are you the Western hero? Something like that. To be honest, I got here way too late. As you look like the most capable around here, I have a task of the utmost importance for you. Take this scroll and carry it across the island. You need to reach Glacial Peak Summit, where 3 sages will be waiting for you. But who are you, and why is this scroll important? I'll find answers along the way. Head for the village gate now. The Shroud of Night will be your only protection to make it through the autumn hills. Godspeed, messenger. And now you're the messenger. Game title, here we go. And just like that, game starts. Night falls on the village. Okay, so this is our first level. I really like the little intro that you get when the level starts, so I'm not going to say how many levels there are, but all of them have one of those kinds of things, and I think that they're really a nice touch. Definitely helps with the like retro feel. And here I think is a good example of what I mentioned about this cloud stepping thing. It really like gives you a really great sense of movement. Like if we could just, this is like, Mario 1-1 level of first screen. You jump right onto this thing, takes you to the next step. You see an enemy. He's just kind of there to be in your way. The green guys go down just in 3 hits and don't really fight back ever. And you got these guys. I'm going to try not to just breeze through this level because I've played it a couple times at this point. And try to provide some meaningful commentary. But if you've played like a Ninja Gaiden or like a Shinobi kind of game, I think this scratches a similar itch. Now those games everyone remembers as being like really, really tough was kind of the whole deal of those games back in the day. This game I wouldn't really say it's that hard, but it does go to some really tough places, and I think it also solves the difficulty problem in a really interesting way, which we'll get to in a minute. And this is one of the cool twists in the game. It's a shopkeeper. Messenger, I wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop. Doesn't look like a shop. Do I look like a shopkeeper? And you summon this Mr. Character who'll be mentoring and supporting you on your epic quest to save the world. All you need to do is take the scroll to the top of the faraway mountain where the 3 sages for my order will be waiting for you. Your order? Slow down, that was way too much text for one dialogue box. And you'll see that the devs like to poke fun at the gaminess of the game. Just keep going eastward. And make sure to grab all these time shards you see lying around. Those are little yellowy white things. Upgrade your abilities with them. First one is on the house. Enjoy. So you can chat with the shopkeeper too, and the dialogue in this game is really, really awesome. They've really made it like fun just to have conversations with the shopkeeper as like the only character you really interact with. And we can keep going. You can talk to him. He gives you like all different information about where you're at and that kind of thing. But I'm not going to do that right now. You can discover that on your own. Upgrade trees. I won't reveal everything. I want this one first, because then you can jump off of enemy projectiles. We'll get one more upgrade before we finish this level. The music in this game is awesome. I don't know if you just caught me humming along to it or not. But they really went all out with this soundtrack. Definitely one of the best, like, retro soundtracks. I guess check this out. But the upgrade that I just got lets me like now do my cloud step off of these guys' fireballs, which is super useful. I'm sure you can imagine. Oh, I missed. I missed twice, but I got him at least. All right. The big green thing's a health potion. Spikes are deadly, as I'm sure you can imagine. Check this out. Oh, wrong. There you go. I really just love the cloud step as like a game mechanic. Like they really built the entire game around that. And this is one of those games that, like I said, I don't want to like spoil anything because this game really goes to some really awesome places. But it's the kind of thing where, you know, like I'm only going to show you the first level, but there's so much more in terms of just ways they expand on the core gameplay. You know, things that you can't even imagine right now. Things that even I, at the end of the game, was still being surprised at how they were able to create new challenges out of, you know, familiar stuff. Okay. There's not too much swimming in the game, so if you get sort of angry at swimming in games like I tend to, you don't have to worry too much. I say that right as another swimming session comes up, of course. Yeah, those red guys that run at you. Alright, we get to the... Okay. Actually, I forgot this one was here. Alright, I'm gonna pick up another upgrade. This is probably the only upgrade that I'm gonna get. These shurikens that you can throw. Check it out. See, check it out. You can throw them at people. They do the same amount of damage as a single sword hit, so like I can... Well, it's not stopped by your fireball, of course. So I ruined that. The chance to show you that. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. There you go. I'm almost dead, so I might actually get the chance to show you what dying looks like in this game. So this is another really cool thing about this game, is how it handles death with this little guy. So this is Corbel. He'll explain what his deal is. Name's Corbel. You'll become very acquainted with Corbel in this game. He insults you a little bit. He makes fun of you on death screens. I still feel agonizing pain every single time. Not really selling me on this whole thing. Alright, so now he's gonna hang out for a little bit. So basically, yeah, when you die, this guy appears, takes you right back to the last checkpoint, which sounds pretty basic, you know, but it allows you to like really go through the game at a fast pace because, you know, you don't have to start entire levels over. It's just, you know, the last checkpoint, and then all it costs you is, you know, you see him eating up these time shards. So basically, it just means that the better you play, the faster you'll be able to get to your next upgrade, you know? If you die a whole lot, Corbel's going to get all your time shards, and then you won't be able to get upgrades as much. can also make the next section more difficult, you know, because you can get like stuck in a little bit of a death loop because you only have 3 health when you come back to life. You know, so until you find another one of these guys, you're kind of, you know, stuck. And Quarble's just going to hang out for a little while. See, now he's gone. He's done. So now all the other time shards that I'm going to collect are going to be mine. These are their checkpoints. So another thing I want to mention about this game, again, without spoiling anything, because I know a lot of times with these kinds of games, people want to know, you know, oh, am I just going through the levels and just killing things and that's it? There are opportunities for you to, you know, look around for stuff, collect some other items. Again, I don't really want to say too much to spoil things. I'm definitely not going to show you exactly what I mean, because those are the kinds of things that are definitely worth just looking into on your own. You know, but suffice to say, the game is a little bit more involved than just, you know, running through the level. Even though that, to be totally honest, that on its own is, like, enjoyable enough. You know, like, being able to use this move right here, like, to me, sells me on the whole game. And then the way that it handles, you know, the consequences of you dying, I think is really well done. You know, part of what made the games that this is inspired by so difficult is the fact that you had to, you know, redo stuff over and over and over again if you wanted to, you know, get through the game. Every time you die, you gotta start the whole level over, a whole world over, whatever the case, or the whole game over. You can't get a game over in this game. All you do is just, you can go back to your last checkpoint. It's a really great shot here. And just go back to your last checkpoint, and like I said, you're just penalized in your ability to get the next upgrade that you want to get. While I'm hanging out on this shot, let's just take a second to appreciate the art in the game. Really well done pixel art. I'm really just impressed by, you know, Sabotage being able to, Sabotage the developers being able to, you know, really evoke that time period of games. So there's going to be the bosses coming up next. So if you don't want to see the first level's boss, you know, now's the time to just drop out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you coming. I am going to fight the boss if you do want to see that. I know a lot of people, these games live or die by how interesting the bosses can be. So I'm going to do that. Just wanted to let you know in case you didn't want to see that. Your shopkeeper will tell you information about the boss, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm not going to do any of the other upgrades. Leaf, monster, leaf, monster. So the bosses in this game are actually like really varied and really excellent, I think. You know, this guy, like, I'm going to pretend that I don't know what I'm doing just because, you know, like a lot of these kinds of games, especially the whole, you know, die and learn type of things, they become very easy once you figure out what the pattern is. You know, the whole part of the challenge is figuring out what you're supposed to do and timing your button presses and things like that. Is also being the first boss. It's not as difficult as some of the other ones, but they do get really interesting, really involved. Okay. You definitely get that sense of like definitely there's some accomplishment in being like, yeah, I finally beat that boss that's been bothering me for an hour, you know? And that's the first boss. So I'm just going to go back here to the save point. From the health potion. And yeah, at this point, like, if I go into the next room, you know, there's one room in between here and the next level, but, you know, don't want to show you the next level, so we're just going to stop right here. And that's the first level of The Messenger. So like I said, I think this game is definitely worth your time if you have Switch or PS4, if you're into retro-style action platformers. Definitely worth your time. One of the better games that I've played of this type. And like I said, it takes those simple maneuvers. You know, I should have stayed in the other room. Those simple maneuvers, and gives you, you know, cool weapons and upgrades and things that let you really get the most out of this kind of move. You know, like this is gonna take you a minute to get to this, you know, level of precision, and I think that's really great. You know, there's a what's the phrase for fighting games? You know, it's got a low skill floor but a high skill ceiling. There's lots of ways that you can feel really like, oh my god, I can't believe I just pulled that move off. You know, especially if you're trying to look for the more complicated challenges. And the game, it stays enjoyable like the entire way through. Somehow and possibly they sustain this level of quality the entire game. So absolutely worth picking up on your Switch, on your PS4. I really like it on Switch because, of course, you can take it on the go. It's a really great pick up and put down handheld game. So yeah, so that's my recommendation for The Messenger. I know Special Reserve Games and Limited Run Games are doing a physical edition of it until tomorrow, April 2nd. You know, I'm not affiliated with them at all, but, you know, I like what Limited Run does at least. So if you like physical editions of stuff, that's definitely something worth considering. So thanks for watching, everybody. You can, you know, follow us here on Twitch for more videos like this. I want to do more indie games. I have a lot of indie games that I can go through, especially on Switch, to talk about this kind of thing with. I'm going to put this replay up on YouTube, so if you're watching the replay, please like this video and subscribe to us. Follow us on Twitter at BrotherlyLoveG1 for more announcements of this kind of thing happening. And we'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out.